Rebekah Campbell was a role model for career women everywhere. She launched successful tech companies, managed musicians and wrote business articles for the New York Times. But at 34, she was single and wanted a family. She hadn't been on a date in 10 years. So she decided to do something about it and went out with 138 men. Rebekah joins us now from Wellington in New Zealand to tell us how it all went. It's nice to see you, Rebekah.
Lovely to see you, thank you.
I'm exhausted by the concept of 138 dates. After not dating for so long, why did you decide to, what made you throw yourself out there in such a big way?
Sad story is my first partner was sadly killed in an accident, and then I just got stuck. So I think there was a few years where I was kind of grieving, and then I just got stuck and I focused on my career. And then I woke up one morning, age 34, it was Christmas Day, and I was staying on a fold-out bed in the garage of some my parents' friends. And then I was just like, I had always thought that I wanted a family and a partner, and I thought that was going to be my future. But that obviously wasn't happening given I hadn't been on a date in 10 years. So I was like, I'm going to solve this problem. And I thought I'd been successful in building businesses, so maybe I could apply some of the same thinking that I'd learned in businesses and building businesses and my approach and apply it to finding a husband.
Yeah, well, you saw a therapist to help you prepare to re-enter the dating world. I'm very interested in this. What advice did she give you about men and their mums and their own securities?
Oh, right. Yes, she did. So I did ask, I had seen a therapist previously, and then I thought I'll go back now. This is my mission. I thought I'll go back and get some advice. She told me a lot of really interesting things. One, I asked her what questions I should ask and how should I be on a date. Now, one thing she said about men, which was really helpful, was, look, men, when they arrive on a date, they're just as nervous as you are. So be compassionate. Don't be too quick to judge. And that was kind of surprising because I thought of men as these kind of hunters. I asked what questions to ask because she sees lots of people later in their marriages, and what do you see makes successful long-term relationships? And she did say ask about his relationship with his mother, and that you want someone who has a good relationship with their mother. That they have a bit of give and take, but how he treats his mother is probably a good guide for how he might treat you. That was just one of the advice. There was a lot more.
Well, early on, you actually had a great date with a gorgeous man by the name of Henry. What happened after that date, and what did you learn from it?
Yes, Henry. So Henry was a gorgeous lawyer, and we had a lovely date. We met at a restaurant, and after he walked me home, gave me a kiss, and he said, I'll call you tomorrow. And I was like, this is the person. I'm done. It was probably my third date, I think. And I was just so excited. And then he never called. And I sat for the weekend looking at my phone on the coffee table, wondering what had I done wrong? What was it about me that he didn't like? I thought maybe he'd lost his phone. So I went and saw Ruth, my therapist, and she gave me some good advice. One was, she said, it's not always about you. She said, you're only one half of every interaction. So just because someone is not, maybe you're not the right person for someone, doesn't mean to say that there's anything wrong with you. It's just that they're not the right buyer for you. So think of yourself as a product, and someone is out there looking for exactly you with all of your features. You just got to find the right buyer who's looking for that product.
Hang on, but did he ghost you though?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. Yeah, he just disappeared completely. That happened all the time, by the way.
Oh, he could be dead. Now, your story, Beck, your story has a happy ending, thank God. Your 138th man was Rod, who is now your husband. Why was Rod different to all the other dates? And I guess, did you know Rod was the one straight away?
Yes, I did actually. So it took me 3 years and 138 dates. But through that process, there's a massive amount it's about becoming the right person as much as finding the right person. So, and through the book, I kind of document everything that I'm learning along the way through these dates. There was kind of one major transformation right before I met Rod, which I think set me up. And then when he was there, it was like a familiarity thing. It felt like the world stopped turning when we met, and we just connected. And on that date, I wasn't thinking about, how should I present myself? Am I coming across as too powerful or whatever, all that stuff that I thought early on. I was just completely myself. He was himself. We had a really connected conversation, and it was obvious that we were done.
Have you got any of the 138 men, and you can be honest, still trying to contact you?
137, actually.
137, still just waiting for Rod to, slip?
Since the book has come out, I had quite a few people message me on Facebook just because we might have connected on Facebook when we went out on our date and then never spoke again.
Oh, they're worried.
They're in the book.
Rebekah Campbell, she spills on her dating journey in her brand new book. It's called 138 Dates. Rebekah, we're so happy that you found the man of your dreams. Thanks for sharing your story with us.
Good job.
Thank you so much. Well, if anyone's out there looking, all I can say is it just happens in a moment. You just got to believe that person is out there and that you will find them if you keep trying. And then you be willing to learn and be yourself, and you will get there. And it's totally worth it.
Oh, you're gorgeous, Rebekah.
Thank you. Great advice.